Today I'm going to do the paper that was done in 2024, May, June. Task 3, databases. You are now going to prepare a report. Dates are to be imported in a format of day, month, year. So you have to make sure that your dates are set to exactly day, month, year format. Use software to import J24, 21 child as a new table, and then we shall use these field names and data types. Okay, text, dates, date with time, day, month, year. So be Boolean to display, so we'll know, and then the rest will be text. So what I'll do, I'll just go ahead in my folder. I'll right click, Microsoft Access, sorry, not this one, there are two. There's one that doesn't open this way. Right click, Microsoft Access. Okay, this is my databases. Okay. Sorry. Then I'll open it. After opening it, database. Okay, I'll go ahead and import databases, new data from file, import my data. I know it is saved. Child should be the first row to be imported. Then first row contains field names next. Okay, so I'll work on the data types under the advanced option. So this is text, text, text. Okay, gender, last name, child ID is text, gender is text, then this is date, date with time, date with time, and this should show, okay, date with time, and it's an DMY, that's very important, the month, year, and then food allergy is a yes or no, should display yes or no. And then the rest are text, text, text. Even contact number should be text to avoid getting import errors. Choose my own primary key. Set child ID as the primary key. So child ID will be the primary key next. And this is my table child. And then I should be able to have it imported like that. Remember, okay, everything else is okay apart from this. It's displaying checkboxes. I'm going to fix that. So I'm going to get here, get into the design view. Yes or no. Even down here, it should display yes or no. And here it should not display a checkbox. It should display a text box. And yeah, I have it now working perfectly well. Evidence is required showing the field names, data types, and the primary key. And this is question 11. I already have my evidence document. So I'll just go to step 11 and then design view. Okay. And I'll take a screenshot of this, including the table name should be displayed, all the field names and their corresponding data types should be fully displayed. And then import the other file, bookings, and then use these field names and data types and create a primary key field called ID. Now, in this case, they're telling us to create a primary key field called ID. That means that we're going to leave the software to select its own unique field that will be auto numbered. So I'll go back, reports, bookings, okay. Next, first row contains field names. This is text, text. This is date with time, date with time. Okay, to be sure, you can even check here, but there is no need to check everything. Already seems to be fine. Okay. And then I'll proceed. Now let access choose a primary key. Okay. So let access, it's going to add ID as the primary key. And this is table bookings. And then I'll finish, close. So I should be able to get this table imported like this as well. And then after doing that, I need to confirm that I have the time displayed as HHMM because I see an S added. So go to the design view for this time. Format should be this short time, HHMM. It's a short time. Even here, this should be short time. So that just displays like that, HHMM, hours and minutes. That is very important. We should take a screenshot as well of the design view. So this make sure that it's the only table that is open. Now get here, still the same question. Okay, I'll just insert a screenshot, screen clipping, capture that table as well. Capture it as well. Okay. And then after doing that, proceed, create a one-to-many relationship between the child ID in the child and table bookings, and then place in your evidence document a screenshot. Create a one-to-many relationship created between the tables. So I'll need to first close all my tables, go to database tools. Okay. Add this table here, and then the table child here. Make sure that you can see all the fields. And then we drag a primary key child ID onto a foreign key. Child ID of course referential integrity. Join type option 2, and then you get your relationship created. It's working perfectly well. I'm going to organize my things like this. And then I'll get here. So step 12. Step 12. I'll go ahead and take that screenshot as well. Okay. So this is for my relationships. Okay. We are so much interested in seeing the type of relationship created. So we expect such kind of a screenshot, or you could take a screenshot of the diagram first, and then after you take also a screenshot of this. Either way, it's fine for as long as you can be able to see the evidence. So you save and then close. I don't need to keep them open. Using fields from the child and bookings tables, produce a tabular report. Okay, they say the tabular report selects records where day is Monday, session is morning, and sunrise club, and then contains a new field called total time calculated at runtime, should be end time minus start time, the whole result multiplied by 24. Format this to display as a numeric value to one decimal place, and then I'm so much interested in the fields that I'll need to have. So I'll need child ID, first name, last name, in that order. So I'll get here, create. I can't just get into creating a report right away because there are certain data that is not needed. So I'll first create a query. So I'll get here, click on, click on create query wizard, simple query wizard. Okay, what we need first, need child ID, and then first name and last name, I guess. First name, last name in that order, last name. Then I'll need a DOB, day, session, DOB. And then I'll get to this one, day. I'll need session, start time, end time. Start time, end time, and then total time. Total time will be added at a later time because this is a new field. And then food allergy. Okay, food allergy. So I need to look for food allergy. So there's a field that is missing that I'll add at a later time on total time that should be in between end time and food allergy. Okay, next. Okay, this is a step. Okay, this query is supposed to be Monday morning's groupings. I was going to save it as step 13, but remember that I have a title for this query. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and go to the design view because there is a lot of information I need to get rid of. Day should be Monday. So I'll go under day, type in Monday. Okay, run and see. It's giving us Monday. And indeed, the records are reducing to 109. And then session is morning or sunrise club. Okay, so we see morning or sunrise club. Okay, so I'll get here and then look out for still the design view. Session is either morning. I first type in morning, run and see if it works, and indeed it works. Or, and then I'll type in the other one, sunrise club, and I run. So I'm able to see morning and sunrise club. And I'm realizing that I've been left with only 43 records. Usually the records don't go beyond like 70. It's very hard. So whenever you find yourself getting lots of records more than like 70, you know that there's a problem, most cases. So I'm going to add this new field, which will be end time minus start time times 24. So I'll get to here. Okay, I'm going to create a new field, right click, build. I'm going to just build an expression. They said this should be start time, end time minus start time, end time minus start time. Okay, so, but I'll need brackets around it, and then this should be multiplied by 24. And I'll click OK, and the whole thing is given a name where I have expr1. I'll remove it, and I put their total time. And then I'll drag this and drop it. Oh, sorry about that. End time, total time. I think there's something I've messed up with. Total time should be dragged and looked. It should be in between end time and food allergy. Start time, end time, start time, end time, and food allergy is around that. That's why it should be. So when I run the query, I'm able to get the end time there. And that's how it looks like. No, I mean the total time looks like that. They told us that yeah, format this field to display numeric value to one decimal place. So I'm going to go back, clicking it, and activate the property sheet. Make sure that you do format it to display. This is just a standard number or a general number that should be to one decimal place. Okay, so that it can come out like, okay, this is not coming out what I wanted. Let me try to put it to standard to one decimal place. Yeah, that is okay. One decimal place standard is better, brings it out, adds that one decimal place. Okay, and I do have all the fields already. I've filtered. So what I'm doing next is to go ahead and now start creating my report. So I'll go to create a report wizard. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I'll go to report wizard. Make sure that you're getting this from a query that has been saved. Okay, so I'll take all my fields, they're still in the order in which I want them. Okay, I'm not grouping anything, so I'm viewing by bookings. Next, no groupings at all. I'm not going to sort at this level because sorting at times disorganizes the order of your fields. So I'm leaving it. However, we're told that orientation is landscape. So I put it to landscape. And then it was a tabular report that was given to us from the start, the first instruction. So go ahead and I'll give it a title. The title is Monday morning book groups. Okay, then I'll preview my report. That's how it looks like. Okay, I'll need to work on the sorting. Under report design, I have here group and sort. Okay, so it said it should sort into descending order of session. So I'm going to add a sort. So session first and should be descending Z2A, and then I'll add another sort, sending order of date of birth. So DOB should be ascending newest to oldest. Ascending should be from youngest to the oldest date of birth. Ascending, we start from the smallest to the biggest. I think that's how it should be. Should be from the, yeah, that's how it should be. Yes. So it should be, no, it should be oldest to the youngest here. Ascending, yeah. Should be like that. Yeah, it should be from the oldest to the youngest. Oldest to the youngest, yes, ascending. That's how it should be. Okay, so okay, session, is it descending and then ascending? Okay, so I can run this and I see what I'm getting. I can use my layout view to see to it that my data fits. Yeah, and you can see, I think this is what we expected. Okay, descending and then ascending. Okay, then after the sorting, we're told that okay, the title is already there, fits on a single page wide. We're going to fix that. Fully visible, center lined at the top of the page. It should be center lined at the top of the page. I can still use my layout view to center line it. I can even make it bigger, make it bold. You can increase the font size. Okay, so that it can stand out. Okay, and then as page number, page registration landscape fits on single. We have yet to fix this. Let me fix this as well. So I'm going to start playing around with these things. I can close these things. Have I removed anything? As if, oh my God. Let me first put them back to session Z2A, and then the other sorting was date of birth. Sorry about that. This was oldest to youngest. Yes, that's how it was supposed to be. Okay, so leave it there. Don't tamper with it. Good enough when you print out, it doesn't show in your printout. So I'm trying to create some more space so that we can have everything fit. Then after that, I'll be sure that my report will be fitting within the width of the page. Those hashtags we are getting are as a result of our data not fitting within the width of our page. Actually, not fitting within the field, the columns here. So I'm working on them to make sure that they all fit, but again, nothing should overlap. We shouldn't have anything overlapping like this. That should not happen. Okay, so you have to play around with it to ensure to it that the whole thing does not overlap at all. Okay. I think I needed much more space. Is to have more data that is not seen. Okay. So I have to play around it until everything fully. So, oof, much work to do. Want this label to fully display food allergy. Yeah, I think almost there. At least as it stands, at least everything is okay here. Okay. Then after doing that, your name, center number, candidate number in the footer of the report so that it appears on every single page. Okay, so I'll go ahead, design view. Okay, I'm going to add the page footer. I'll add those details, pick a label, and then I'll add sorry, and use the XX. Oh, it was X0, sorry. About that, you can make sure that you always use your candidate details. You know them, your school avails them to you. So I'll put my candidate details, and then indeed I'm seeing it appearing on the page. I have only one page, and it's there. And with all this, it all feels like I'm done with doing this question, and I've gotten marks. Okay, I've gotten the 11 marks. That is done. And then save and print. Okay, the printing definitely. Just go to file print. Okay, file print. Okay, you can use the quick print, but you can also use file print. Okay, and then you click on print, or you can even first print preview and see how your work is going to appear. I'm seeing it's fitting on 2 pages and my candidate details are on every page. So that is good. Just go ahead and then print this. Okay. Okay, I'll print, save it in my folder. Yeah. So it will get printed in there. It's a PDF, but remember you're printing to a real physical printer. So this is how the report is coming out like. That is fine. Then the other question you're now going to prepare, we're going to prepare a form, data entry form. The form will contain radio buttons for a user to select one option. Data from the selected option must be stored in a new field that you'll create in a child table. Okay. So insert a new field in the child table named element ID. So we're going to get to the child table, and then even if I just double click from here, though it's a good thing you get to a design view, add a new field, element ID, which will be used to store data from the form, set to the most appropriate data type. At this point, I've not yet been informed about the data type I'm going to use. Okay, so you're saying you're now going to create a form. The form will contain radio buttons, CSX, options. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been told the kind of data I'm going to use, but to be on the safe side, I'll leave it as text. In the meantime, then I'll be picking it from there. So, no, the fact that this is ID, it's an identification number. Usually these are numbers, so we could make it to be a number. It's okay, it's going to complain. It's okay, then we leave it at that. So about that. And then, okay. Yeah, and the fact that we are also storing the data as radio buttons. So this will be definitely a number, because radio buttons, these are options, but behind this data is stored as number. So yes. So place in your evidence document screenshot showing the field names and data types used in the child table. And then, so step 14, get back to my step 14. I need to take the screenshot, the child's table, so that I can be able to get these marks as well. So I'll select that. Okay. And then after doing so, create a columnar data entry form using selected fields from the child table that includes all the fields. Last name, first name, child ID. So we're going to get here. Okay. Create a form wizard. Form wizard is what I'll use. Said last name, first name, child ID. Last name, first name, child ID. Gender, DOB, gender, DOB. Reg dates and food allergy. Reg date and food allergy. Those are the only fields they want us to select. Displays one record at a time. Place in this document a screenshot showing your form with a record from the database displayed. Okay, so I'm going to get, they didn't specify which form, columnar. So I'm keeping it columnar. And this is, okay, this is a child data entry form, because we're told that, okay, data entry form. Yeah, so this is good, like child data entry form. And then I'll finish. I should be able to get my entry form like this, and it has a heading, a title, and make it bigger. And then when I use the layout view, I do realize that I could play around with some of these fields. They are too long. Okay, these can stay long, but this child ID is not that long. Even gender shouldn't be that long, because female is the biggest. I can briefly increase, even when I'm not told. I can increase the font size slightly, because those are some of the features of our well-designed data entry form. Yeah, something like that. And then they want us to display at least one record, and I've displayed it. And then I take a screenshot with step 14. Still, I'll get to step 14. I need this screenshot as well. Okay. So this is my child data entry form, data capture form. Yeah. And then in question 16, in the form you created in step 15, you're going to create 5 grouped radio buttons. The user must be able to select one of the following options: asthma, diabetes, eczema, epilepsy, and then none. The option selected must be stored and displayed in the alignment ID field of the child table. Label this option group as alignment. Make sure that the radio buttons are grouped as one option group with label align element. The option selected is stored in the element ID field of the child table. All labels in the form are aligned to the left consistently and do not overlap each other or any other data in the form. Okay, that's what we're going to work on. So I'll need to create I'll need to create radio buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and they are storing this in the element ID field. So I'm going to get to this element ID. Okay. Okay. So we know where our element ID is. It's here. And in order to create the radio buttons, I'll need to go to the design view. I'm going to increase some space maybe around here. And then I'll pick my option group. Yes, that one. I'll draw. I can draw it around here. Okay. Label names have different labels. Asthma. So about that. Asthma. I have, oh, I have diabetes. I have eczema. I have epilepsy. And I also have none. Okay. Next. No, not stored. Okay, we can have a default. Okay, default can be none. Did they specify a default? Oh no, I don't want anything default. Okay. And then this is when you go ahead and give these things values. Each of them will have a value. Okay. They didn't talk about the default, but I move it to that. So value, this is going to be the first through to the fifth. Save values for later use. So a value, we're going to store this in a field called element ID. Next. Okay, so this is how they are going to be displayed. Next. I'm giving them a name, element. Okay. And then I'll finish. So this is my option group. This is how it's going to look like. I can even try to increase the size of it. Okay, so I'm able to get something like this. The layout view, I can make some of these things bold so that they can stand out. Okay, I think I can even increase the size so that it can look a little bigger. It told us that these items should not overlap each other. So make sure that they don't overlap each other. Okay. It's important to give them some good space. Yes. Okay. Something like that. Okay. And move it slightly. But yeah, it will be fine. So I think that looks better. Okay. Make sure the radio buttons are grouped as one. Grouped option label element. The option selected stone. Okay. All labels in the form are aligned to the left consistently. All labels are aligned to the left consistently. Okay, and even push them a little further away from the radio buttons. Okay. That looks better. And then, and do not overlap any other items of the form. Place in your evidence document screenshot showing the radio buttons grouped as one option group, the label element, evidence of your method of linking this group to the element ID. I should have taken a screenshot as I was creating this, something I didn't take note of, but at least I need to take a screenshot of this whole thing to show how they are here linked. So this is evidence 15. Can even take a screenshot of the whole form like that. But there's another screenshot that was needed. Okay, a screenshot to show evidence linking this group to the element ID field. I had to show that as I was creating. I don't know if there's any option that I can use to get back to this. No, let me not get that option. Thought I would easily get that option, but anyway, the best thing would be to just click here and then look for a caption here. It shows you, wait, no, raw source, I need the raw source. Raw source, yeah, this is what I wanted. Under data, it's here, it's linked to the thing. So I can take a screenshot of this as well and keep it in my evidence document. Source, we want to see that evidence as well, that it's linked to the element ID. Okay, that will be very important. Then after doing all that, we're done. Then we're going to use a form to add at least one new record. Form, use the form to add the following data. Last name is Lambert. Okay, and then first name is Jakara. Then the ID is that. Okay, the gender is a female. Okay, and then I do have the date of birth. Okay, it's that. Then I have another reg date. As that. Food allergy should be a yes. And then eczema, I'll select eczema. Then I'll save. Okay. I'll save. When I save, it will come out like that. Check data for data entry errors, save the data, press a screenshot to show this new record added. It's here. Before you close, you have to make sure that you take a screenshot. Every time you're using a form to add a field, just know that you'll be required to take a screenshot to show that you added, not a field, to add a record. You require to take a screenshot to show that you added the record. And then the last question, open the child's table. I'll get to the child's table. It's here. After getting to a child's table, use an automated selection method to locate a new record you added in step 17 with a child ID. I need to find this child ID through why that. So if I used find, okay, no, not current field, should be current document, any part of the field. Yeah, I should be able to find this. Yeah, so I have to play around with that. Okay, so place in evidence document screenshot showing the use of an automated selection method to find a record, and then a new record stored in the table with all the 11 fields fully displayed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this and keep it in step. Did I skip a step? I think there's a screenshot that I placed in a wrong place. This one was supposed to be in 17. Where did they put it? This was supposed to be 17. I think there's a screenshot I messed up. It's okay, shall fix that. But this is supposed to be 18. Let me first capture it. Go ahead, take a screenshot of this window. Sure, why should I even disturb myself? Just insert, capture that, and then also go ahead You want a screenshot of the whole record found from here to the end. Maybe put it up here. Okay, and then I'll pick a screenshot, screen clipping. Oops, sorry. Screenshot. Set screenshot, screen clipping. Come here to like that. Up to there. Okay, so I do have everything done very well. There's a screenshot I must have messed up, but I have all the screenshots. Just need to take note of which screenshot. I think it was this screenshot here. Child data entry, step 16. Yeah, for the form. Yes, this was supposed to be in 15. And then these two are supposed to move to 16. And then this one is supposed to be 17. You have to take note of all those small details. Look to be small, but the details that score us a marks. Okay. Details that score us the marks. And we're done. So thank you so much for paying attention to this kind of question. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.